Hi there. I'm Matt Barlow, CEO of Church Army, a role I had the privilege to step into 9 months ago. And I want to say a few words about the changes taking place at Church Army, what's happening, why it's happening, and what it means for the future. I understand that when you hear about a charity making cuts or people being made redundant, it's natural to feel concerned. And questions may arise about the future of an organisation that you care about. So I just wanted to record this message to reassure you that while we are going through a difficult time of pruning and restructuring, it's being done with genuine hope and a deep trust that God is leading us into something new. So let's begin with some context. For many years, Church Army has benefited from strong reserves. That means money held in property, investments, and savings. That was a gift and one for which we are truly grateful. The Charity Commission is really clear that reserves are not meant to be stored indefinitely, but used wisely to further the charitable objectives. So over the past decade, Church Army has made decisions with that in mind. With prayerful intent and a desire to be faithful to our calling, we've invested in mission, we've expanded our centres of mission, we've grown our frontline projects, and we've stepped out in faith to meet the real needs in our society. These decisions to invest were made in faith, but knowing that we had these reserves to draw on if the income didn't increase as we'd hoped. Then in 2022, we all experienced significant economic shock. Inflation rose sharply, interest rates climbed, and investment returns declined. Donors and trusts felt the pressure, and like many charities, we found ourselves with increasing costs and reduced income, even as the need in our communities grew. So the board and leadership took a number of steps to respond to this, reducing our running costs by £1 million, increasing investment in fundraising, and alongside this drew down some of those reserves to protect our core work. Those reserves meant that we could continue vital services like the Barlow project, like our centres of mission, and many other initiatives, all of which exist to share and demonstrate the love and message of Jesus. Those decisions were made with care, not lightly, and they mattered. Those decisions brought hope and impacted countless lives. But as time went on, it became clear the gap between our income and costs wasn't closing fast enough, and our reserves could only sustain us for so long. That's when the board and leadership began to shape a new plan, a plan not just to reduce, but also to refocus. Believing that God works all things for good, this became a moment for us to start pruning back, but carefully, and then allowing opportunity for something new to grow. But it's important to us to withdraw at a pace that gave our projects the best chance to find a new life and home outside of Church Army, knowing it would cost more in the short term, but believing that to be the right investment. So where are we now? So at the beginning of this year, 2025, we started the difficult process of reshaping Church Army. That's meant stepping away from running some of our largest and most expensive projects, like the Barlow project, and reducing the number of our centres of mission. And we've also made the hard but necessary decision to reduce our operational footprint, selling buildings like the Wilson Carlisle Centre, and making difficult changes to our staff structure to ensure that Church Army is rightly sized and responsibly resourced for what we believe God is calling us to next. These have not been easy decisions. And we acknowledge that some actions might have come sooner. And that's why the board already have plans underway to commission an external review later this year to listen, to learn, and to help us move forward. So, what's next? What's coming? We're returning to the foundation laid by our founder, Wilson Carlisle himself, nearly 150 years ago. His vision was simple but radical: to empower ordinary men and women, often from less privileged backgrounds, to share the good news of Jesus in word and deed, especially with those the church struggled to reach. We remain firmly planted in the Anglican Church just as he envisioned, a movement within the church reaching out to where it's most needed. And we are still that movement, commissioning evangelists from all walks of life to be a light and a presence for Jesus in prisons, on estates, alongside those facing addiction, with families navigating the care system. So many different places of great need you'll find us. As we look ahead, we are simplifying And by stepping away from managing large-scale projects, we can give our full attention to the heart of our calling, equipping people to go to the margins and carry hope. Now, we still believe in a church that shows up where life is hardest, and we want to be alongside others in this work, the ones helping people go, with courage, compassion, and conviction. This is our army of hope, and we believe it is needed now more than ever. But our army needs you. It needs givers, people willing to give sacrificially, fundraise, and help us build financial resilience. It needs churches and trusts who will stand with us, believing no one should be excluded from the gospel. It needs prayers, those who will join with us in intercession for a broken society and for lives to be transformed in Jesus' name. And it needs partners, people and churches who say, we want to do this with you. This has been a painful season. It's involved letting go of things we care deeply about, yet we have not lost sight of our calling. We believe new growth comes after pruning, and we believe the best way to honor our past is to walk with faith into the future. So thank you for standing with us, through challenge, through change, and into what comes next. Together, may we continue to ignite faith, bring hope, and share Jesus for the glory of God.